Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rasan427, and actually today, what we're doing is a WWE Ultimate Edition figure review, and this is actually on a Walmart exclusive Ruthless Aggression Brock Lesnar figure. This is definitely like the Brock Lesnar figure I've been waiting on for the longest time. I mean, it took me a while just to actually pick this up. This came out months ago, of course, but I can never actually find stuff. I actually went to a whole nother state to actually pick this up. Well, I didn't travel there for this, but I went there for a different reason, stuff like that. And I actually found this, and I picked up actually two of these. I'll actually show you guys why I actually picked up two of these, or why I actually did two of these on here. But yeah, this is the Brock Lesnar I wanted for the longest time. I remember growing up, I only had like the new Brock Lesnar versions of him. I never had the classic version of Brock Lesnar. I never ever had it. But let's actually get closer to the box. And actually getting closer to the box, you see up top, it says Brock Lesnar. On top of here, it says WWE Ultimate Edition Lesnar. You see it's red, so that tells you it's exclusive. Red and white, mainly red. If it's white and red, mainly white, then that actually means it's regular. Ruthless Aggression right here. You see a picture of Brock Lesnar. On the front, you see Brock Lesnar. I mean, he looks absolutely fantastic. They usually figure the same body and torso as for the new one. His body really hasn't changed. He's put on a little bit more weight than what he actually had back then, but it's pretty much the same. We get 4 different head sculpts. I don't remember us ever getting 4 different head sculpts for Ultimate Edition. I might be wrong about that. I don't really know or remember. You see Brock on the front of it. On the back, actually has something on as well, which I actually get to that. You get the Undisputed Championship right here, WWE Championship. Love this design. I actually had this as a kid. It's fantastic. And you should get fits and stuff like that. I get to more accessories. But you see, that's a picture of Brock Lesnar. That's a picture. Nothing right there. You see on the back, you get a picture of the figure, him holding the championship up, and you get a picture of Brock Lesnar. These elbow pads is what I actually picked up another one. I'll actually be showing you later on in the video. I actually got one, put elbow pads on it. And you see 6'4", 286 pounds from Minneapolis, Minnesota, finisher F5, Universal Champion, WWE Champion. And you see, as of rookie, his first year, I mean, he beat Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, The Rock, Undertaker. He was going to beat Stone Cold Steve Austin as well until Stone Cold actually walked out. And what actually is a great memory, I actually had the box set DVD. I believe it was called Here Comes the Pain Collector's Edition. It's like 3-disc box set DVD set. I believe it's called Here Comes the Pain. You guys should know the one I'm going to talk about. And I watched all his original run from 02 to 04, all those great matches he had. Pretty much all his big matches from that time period was on that 3-disc box set, and I watched every last one of them. They were fantastic. That's the reason I always wanted this version of Brock Lesnar, since I had that DVD and I used to watch it all the time as a kid and stuff like that. But actually, let's actually get into the actual figure. And as you see, looking at this Brock Lesnar figure straight up and down, I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, this body fits Brock Lesnar absolutely perfectly, just to me personally. And I believe it's branded by, I don't believe they actually use this body on any other Ultimate Edition, because Brock Lesnar has such a unique body type. And I love when they do it, because I feel like every wrestler should, where, you know, some of them aren't all the way accurate, but when it's egregious, like the Kurt Angle or the Eddie Guerrero, me personally, I just can't pick those up, just because it looks nothing like them at all. Like, this is absolutely spot on to what, oh shoot, camera moved all the way. But this is actually spot on to what Brock Lesnar actually looked like. Like, if some of them, like, for example, Triple H, they use the Ultimate Warrior torso, which doesn't really work for him. But I'm okay with that, because Triple H has looked like that at certain points in time and stuff like that. So I'm just, it's not as bad to me. But looking at this figure, see, first looking at this head sculpt, I'll get to the other head sculpts later on. I think it's a fantastic head sculpt. This is my favorite. I probably have to line them all up, see what's my favorite head sculpt. This is probably my favorite head sculpt though, but just have to look all of them. You see the tattoos, they actually got that point. He didn't actually have a front tattoo. And they actually got an accurate, because on the video game, they put the 2 claw tattoos they had right here. He did not have that until he got 2005 in New Japan is when he actually got those tattoos. And you see we got this. Now, I believe this is what he wore most of the time. I believe he only wore the skull at WrestleMania 20. I want to say he only wore the skull at WrestleMania 20. I might be wrong about that, but he wore this mainly, and I believe the skull, we actually wore on that as well. There's his trunks and stuff like that. See his wrist tape knee pads. He has a Batista style boots right here with toe articulation, so that looks absolutely fantastic. Get the articulation right and stuff like that, so that looks cool. And you see, look at his ab crunch, his torso, shredded abs right there. That looks really awesome. He's so huge and so big right here. You see, looking at his back tattoo, you see, you have to line up, you probably got to do that. And then line this up, you pretty much do it like that. That lines it up, but it's not that big of a deal to me to actually have it like this. And I actually heard that the back tattoo wasn't all the way accurate, because it looked different than what the newer Ultimate Edition was. I don't know why they would change it. Maybe they redid it just because they didn't have to add the new stuff into it. So those actually look the same because people have done comparisons to those. But that doesn't bother me all the way. That's not like a deal breaker for a figure. Just to me personally, it's not. But getting into the articulation, you should get double jointed elbows. You get nice ab crunch all the way back there. And you get double jointed knees right there. So that's awesome. Of course, you get toe articulation. Get the drop down hips, we called it. Yeah, so that looks awesome. I mean, this figure is absolutely fantastic right here. And actually, next up, I actually want to show you guys what he actually looks like with elbow pads. So actually, next up, you're actually seeing Brock Lesnar with elbow pads. And actually, looking at Brock Lesnar elbow pads, now I actually use, what I actually use these is the Randy Orton SummerSlam 04 elbow pads, because those are kind of big for his arms anyway. He usually wore the bigger elbow pads, and you see it hasn't really ripped all the way. It actually ripped a little bit. His arms are so huge. I don't know if you guys can actually even see that on camera, that it even ripped. You see there's a little rip right there. But I mean, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. I hope it doesn't rip all the way more and more. I just would like for him to actually wear it, because this is what he actually wore the most at that time period. He wore that 2 elbow pads. I know his match against Goldberg he didn't wear. His match against The Rock he wouldn't wear, which is probably why they didn't do it, because this is supposed to be based off when he first came, before he actually put on elbow pads, which I believe was when he fought The Undertaker. We put on elbow pads. I know elbow pads aren't that big of a deal to some people, but I would like to have multiple versions of this, just because I grew up with watching this Brock Lesnar, and I wanted 2 different versions of them. You see, this is without it, this is with it. So I had 2 different versions of it. Get the Undisputed Championship. It's fantastic, but these are the 2 versions of it. And that was actually showing him with the elbow pads and stuff like that. But next up, let's get into this figure accessories. And actually, looking at all the accessories, first of all, let's start out with the Undisputed, oh, got it upside down, the Undisputed Championship. Always love this design, always love the championship right here. You know, this is right before the spinner belt, before we got the customized senior belt, basically. Right before the spinner belt. Some people will be like, you know, this is the last true WWE championship because, you know, the spinner belt. Then after that, we got big logos. So this is kind of the last true, I guess, WWE championship right here. I always love this design. It kept with the eagle type. Even the spinner belt kept with the eagle at the top. You know, with the wing eagle, the big eagle, then the Undisputed Championship. You see the lines. You see you get 3 side plates right there, 2 right there. I mean, this thing looks absolutely fantastic right here. Absolutely love this. See, looking at the back of it, that looks cool right here. She says 2013. I don't know why they don't update it. I mean, this is not really something to be updated. It looks big on Brock Lesnar. I don't know if that's just the way it looks and stuff like that, because it looks like he should have more room. But I mean, it's not gonna be all the way accurate to real life. But I think the championship looks fantastic. Next up, getting to the shirt. I was really excited to talk about the shirt because I didn't know it had anything on the back. And so you see it says Brock, got his logo on it. So that looks fantastic. You see it says he is the next big thing. I think that's pretty awesome right here and stuff like that. Really cool. See on the front has the Brock Lesnar logo. And actually getting into these head sculpts, to start out with this one, this is the one who he has his mouth open the most. And you see these are all expression head sculpts, even a regular one. There's really no regular, I guess the one that came on him is a regular expression head sculpt. But yeah, this is with his mouth all the way open. Looking really cool, really fantastic. Eyes all the way open and stuff like that. That's really awesome. And you see this one has his teeth out and stuff. And the hair color here looks fantastic as well. Definitely accurate to Brock Lesnar. I think all these head sculpts are really good. One I like the most is probably the one that comes on. My least favorite is probably this one. Don't really care for this one like that. I think the one with his mouth open looks way better. And you see, looking at this one looks fantastic as well. Get a more focused shot of it. She is grinning teeth again. Looks exactly like Brock Lesnar at this time. And getting into the hands, I mean, same hands we always get. You get the fisted hands right here. So these look awesome. Get fisted hands. Of course, you get another fisted hand right here. And actually on the figure, you actually get mic holder hands. These are actually the ones that come on the figure. So that looks really awesome, really cool right there. Get mic holder hands for the figure right there. That looks really cool. Yeah, that's super awesome. Of course, you get the, I mean, just the hands. I believe he kind of had these hands on Here Comes the Pain cover and stuff like that. So that's really cool right there. You get these hands wide open, palm hands and stuff like that. have him do a lot with that. Hold up the championship, or just do a certain pose to hold the championship, or do a lot of stuff with these hands and head sculpts. But my favorite accessory is probably definitely that t-shirt. I did not expect it to actually have something on the back as well, because it's Velcro. Now, for some reason, they went away from the Velcro, then brought it back to the Velcro. I don't really understand that. But that was all the accessories. Next up, let's pose this figure up and get to my final thoughts. And actually wrapping this video up, I think this Brock Lesnar figure is absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is one I've been waiting for the longest time. We actually got like a original, maybe two. I think we got a Ringside Collectibles exclusive and like another figure, like regular one, but it went up like $100, I think, because they just don't make Brock Lesnar's like these all the time. They usually make like the modern version, UFC with the red and black, or just with the all black. That's what they usually actually do. I mean, they pretty much do that every single time. But I mean, there's really not much you could do with this Brock Lesnar. That's why they don't make a ton of them, because like it just had black pants, black trunks, and his black wrist tape. It's really nothing different about either figure to figure. Like, you could do so many with like an Ultra Warrior, like a Kurt Angle, something like that. You could do way more with. But yeah, I think this figure is absolutely fantastic. I'm glad I finally got my hands on this figure right here. And tell me what your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.